The real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by rsrmoney.com. rsrmoney.com. What to know about closing costs. Now that you've decided to buy a home and are ready to make it happen, it's a good idea to plan ahead for the costs that are a typical part of the home buying process. And while your down payment is probably the number one expense on your mind, don't forget about closing costs. Here's what you need to know. What are closing costs? Simply put, your closing costs are the additional fees and payments you have to make at closing. And while they'll vary based on the price of the home and how it's being financed, every buyer has these. So they should not be a surprise. It's just that some people forget to budget for them. According to Freddie Mac, this part of the home buying process typically includes application fees, credit report fees, loan origination fees, appraisal fees, home inspection, title insurance, homeowner's insurance, survey, attorney, escrow fees. If you have, we don't, in California, we don't use as much attorneys. We use escrow here. And escrow can confuse people because you also have escrow as a company that is like a third-party arbitrator. They just look at the contract and make sure everyone's following the rules, like a referee. Some states use attorneys to handle that. Some of these are one-time expenses that are baked into your closing costs. Others, like homeowner's insurance, are initial installment payments for ongoing responsibilities you'll have once you take possession of the home. How much are the closing costs? Same Freddie Mac article goes on to say, quote, closing costs vary greatly depending on your location and the price of your home. Typically, you should be prepared to pay between 2 and 5% of the home purchase price in closing fees, unquote. With that in mind, here's how you can get an idea of what you'll need to budget. Let's say you find a home you want to purchase. And again, national median price today, $422,600. Based on the 2 to 5% Freddie Mac estimate, your closing costs fees could be roughly $8,452 and $21,130. Keep in mind, if you're in a market for a home above or below this price range, your numbers will be higher or lower. Here's some tips to reduce your closing costs. If you're wondering if there's any way to inch that down a little bit, NerdWallet lists a few things that could help. Negotiate with the seller. Some sellers are willing to cover part or all of these expenses, especially since homes are staying on the market a little bit longer now. Sellers may be more motivated to compromise, and you'll find you have a bit more negotiation power. So don't hesitate to ask them for concessions like paying for home inspection or giving you a credit towards closing costs. Easy to find out. Ask your real estate professional how many days the house you're looking at has been on the market. In most areas, still more than 15 or 20 days, you have to wonder why. If you want to know in your zip code what the average is, well, of course we'll help you with that because we've got a tool that'll give that information to you. rsrlinks.com/ if I can find it here, it should be easier. I should put it up higher. rsrlinks.com/market report. rsrlinks.com/market report. Our friends at Altos Research, they track every home for sale in the United States every single week. And we give that information to you for free. rsrlinks.com/market report. So negotiating with the seller, your agent will help you with that. Again, give us a call. We'll put you in touch with a great agent that can help you. Shop around for home insurance. Since rising home insurance is a challenge in many areas of the country right now, take the time to get a clear picture of all your options. Each insurance company offers their own policies and coverage, so get multiple quotes and see how they compare. Choosing a policy that provides reliable coverage at a competitive rate can make a big difference. Again, in California, it is not easy to get home insurance. You need to have somebody that really knows what they're doing. I've seen sways in insurance prices just on some simple properties from $1,800 to $4,000 for the same property, same coverage. So give us a call, 800-306-1990. We'll put you in touch with a great insurance professional. Looking at closing cost assistance, just look at our programs out there to help with your down payment. Options exist to get support and closing costs too. While they'll vary by area, there are programs for various income levels, certain professions, and specific towns or neighborhoods too. If you want to learn more, Experience says, quote, your real estate professional should be able to steer you toward applicable programs, and the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, maintains a helpful resource for finding home buying assistance programs in every state, unquote. Did I mention that we're the number one lending team in America for Homes for Heroes? What does that mean? Well, we give a credit at closing for heroes. That would be military, active, reserve, veterans, first responders, law enforcement, police, fire, nurses, teachers. All of them get a credit at closing when they use our team for their closings on their loans. So give us a call on that one as well. Planning for fees and payments you'll need to cover when you're closing on your home is important, and it doesn't have to be a big surprise. With the right experts on your side, you can make sure you're prepared. Give me a call again, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. That is the Real-Time Real Estate segment, brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com.